Peace and blessings to you. Shalom, Yisrael. Shalom, brothers and sisters. Peace and blessings to you. I'm your host, Yochanan. Thank you for tuning in to my channel, Wake Up Ministries, back to Israel, born to reach many. Thank you so much for tuning in. Remember to like the video, comment, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you will be notified when I post another video. This is part 2 of Man and Woman, and it will be coming to you. I'll be coming to you from Genesis chapter 3, and I told you this is about man and woman, just to clarify and clear up some things that some people are misinterpreting Yahweh's word, and they're taking it to what they believe or what they want it to be. But Yahweh's word is plain, it's clear, and it's plain. The vision is plain, and His word does not return void, and His word is what it is, line upon line, precept upon precept. We are not to add to it nor take from it, and neither are we to put it to justify, our personal feelings or build up egos or anything. This is Yahweh's word. And so He called me, He chose me to deliver His word, to deliver the message to you all. And this message is for some of you who may be confused about marriage. Marriage is an institution that was created by the Most High Yahweh, and it was between a man and a woman. One man, one woman. It wasn't one man and 50,000 women, or 2 women, 3 women. No, that was not so. He created Adam a woman. He created a woman from Adam's rib, not women. He created a woman. So Adam and Eve were married. That was the institution of marriage. Abraham and Sarai, they were married. It was the institution of marriage. And there was no third party until Sarai. She didn't have faith that that Yahweh would give her a child. She was barren. And so she told her husband, Abraham, to sleep with her concubine, Hagar. And Hagar became his wife, his other wife. But Yahweh didn't say that. So please, people, please teach the word correctly and not by what you want it to be. And, but anyway, this is chapter 3. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which Yahweh Father had made. And he said unto the woman, Yea, hath Yahweh said, Ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden? This is what the serpent said. And the woman said unto the serpent, We may eat of the fruit of the tree of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, Father hath said, Ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die. And the serpent said unto the woman, Ye shall not surely die, for Yahweh doth know that for the Father doth know that whenever you see God, that means Father. For the Father doth know that in the day that ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. Yahweh created good and He created evil. Okay. And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes, and a tree to be desired to make one wise, she took of the fruit thereof, and did eat, and gave also, I'm emphasizing on this, okay? Emphasizing on this, chosen ones. Please listen to this. This is Genesis chapter 3, verse 6. It says, And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes, and a tree to be desired to make one wise, she took of the fruit thereof, and did eat, and gave also unto her husband with her, and he did eat. So Adam was with Eve. He was with Eve. Okay? Okay. And the eyes of them both were opened, and they knew that they were naked, and they sewed fig leaves together, and made themselves aprons. And they heard the voice of Yahweh Father walking in the garden in the cool of the day. And Adam and his wife hid themselves from the presence of Yahweh Father amongst the trees of the garden. And Yahweh Father called unto Adam and said unto him, Where art thou? And he said, I heard thy voice in the garden, and I was afraid. See, spirit of fear. Once you disobey Yahshua, you disobey Yahweh the Father, Yahshua HaMashiach, same thing. Once you obey him, once you be disobedient, then things start happening. Things that didn't happen before. Now the spirit of fear has come up on Adam and Eve. Okay. He said, I was afraid, and he wasn't afraid of Yahweh before. He didn't even know fear. Because I was naked, and I hid myself. He didn't even know he was naked. Okay? And he said, and Yahweh said, Who told thee that thou wast naked? Hast thou eaten of the tree whereof I commanded thee that thou shouldest not eat? And the man said, this is the first scapegoat. While y'all men sitting up here saying Eve wanted to make the serpent the scapegoat. Eve is the one who was betrayed or deceived. Both of them were deceived. Okay, and the first scapegoat. Okay, and the man said, The woman whom thou gavest to be with me. She gave me of the tree, and I did eat. But Adam, you didn't have to eat that. You knew Yahweh's voice before Eve was even made. But both of y'all were wrong, okay? Both of y'all were wrong, okay? So it says, 13, And Yahweh Father said unto the woman, What is this that thou hast done? And the woman said, The serpent beguiled me, and I did eat. And here Eve is blaming the serpent, but girl, gone somewhere with that. Eve, he told both of them, but the Bible says that he told Adam. Adam knew Yahweh before Eve did, but it don't make no difference. Both of them was wrong, okay? And Yahweh Father said unto the serpent, this is the first curse, Because thou hast done this, thou art cursed above all cattle, and above every beast of the field. Upon thy belly shalt thou go, and dust, you gonna lick dust, shalt thou eat all the days of thy life. And I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed. So Satan, he got seed. And between her seed, this is 15, it shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. So man will bruise Satan's head, and Satan will bruise his heel. Unto the woman, 16, he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee. That's when Adam and man became ruler over woman. But at first, woman was his helpmeet, and they were supposed to rule in dominion together. But because of this, because the woman disobeyed Yahweh and yielded to the serpent, this was her punishment. Okay, and unto Adam he said, Because thou hast hearkened unto the voice of thy wife, and eaten of the tree of which I commanded thee, saying, Thou shalt not eat of it. This is the second curse. Cursed is the ground for thy sake, and sorrow shalt thou eat of it all the days of thy life. Thorns also and thistles shall it bring forth to thee, and thou shalt eat the herb of the field. Okay? So, That's part two. Part three. That's part three. And I could go on and make this a part four and go on to the third curse, but I'm just going to go ahead and tell you what the third curse was. The third curse was on Cain, when Cain killed Abel, and it's in chapter 4. And chapter 4, it says in verse 9, Cain had already killed Abel. And in chapter 9, and Yahweh said unto Cain, where is Abel thy brother? And he said, I know not. Am I my brother's keeper? Smart mouth, raggedy, whatever, He had to learn to get smart with the Most High, with his raggedy self. Anyway, am I my brother's keeper? And he said, Yahweh said, what hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood crieth unto me from the ground. Here's the third curse. And now, verse 11, art thou cursed from the earth, which hath opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand. When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength. A fugitive and a vagabond shalt thou be in the earth. 14. Yahweh banished Cain. Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth, and from thy face. Yahweh hid his face from Cain. He wouldn't look upon him anymore. So, that was the third curse. And so, when Cain slew Abel, Adam and Eve conceived, and Eve bare another child for Adam. And that was the second. Yahweh put his seed, biggest seed, in Seth, because Abel was killed. So I'll read that to you in chapter 4. If you go to chapter 4, verse 25, I'm going to tell you where the first, where it first started with men having two wives. And there were two Lamechs. Lamech was Cain's great grandson. So, and there were two Enochs. Cain got married. He went out from the presence of Yahweh and dwelt in the land of Nod. That's chapter 4, verse 16. On the east of Eden. 17. And Cain knew his wife, and she conceived and bare Enoch. That's the first Enoch of the evil seed, Cain. And he builded a city and called the name of the city after the name of his son, Enoch. Don't get it twisted. There were two Enochs. The bad seed, Enoch, and the good seed, Enoch. The good seed, Enoch, came from Methuselah. Methuselah came from him. So Methuselah was the oldest man that ever lived on the earth. And Noah was Enoch's great grandson. So anyway, and Lamech, Lamech is okay, let me read this. I'm sorry. And Cain knew his wife, and she conceived and bare Enoch. And he built a city and called the name of the city after the name of his son Enoch. That's verse 17, chapter 4, Genesis chapter 4. And unto Enoch was born Irad, and Irad begat Mehujael. And Mehujael begat Methusael. And Methusael begat Lamech. See, the names get, sound kind of alike. Satan tried to be like Yahshua. He tried to be like Yahweh. He's a copycat. But anyway, but this is Satan's seed. So, verse 19, and Lamech took unto him two wives. That's where it first started. The name of the one was Adah, and the name of the other Zulah. And Adah bare Jabal, or Jabal. He was the father of such as dwelt in tents, and of such as have cattle. And his brother's name was Jabal and Jubal. He was the father of all such as handled the harp and organ. And Zula, she also bare Tubal-Cain, an instructor of every artificer in brass and iron. And the sister of Tubal-Cain was Naamah. And Lamech said unto his wives Adah and Zillah, Hear my voice, ye wives of Lamech, hearken unto my speech, for I have slain a man to my wounding, and a young man to my hurt. So it looked like he killed two men. If Cain shall be avenged sevenfold, truly Lamech 70 and sevenfold, 77fold. But Yahweh didn't say that. He did. Man said that. And Adam knew his wife again, and she bare a son and called his name Seth. For Yah said, She hath appointed me another seed instead of Abel, whom Cain slew. And to Seth, to him also there was born a son, and he called his name Enos. Then began men to call upon the name of Yahweh. Okay? So, that's the end of part 3 of Man and Woman. Study it for yourself. Don't take my word for it. Some people are interpreting things wrong, but there you have it. I read it line upon line, precept upon precept. Thank you for tuning in. Remember to check out my brother, Bishop Nathaniel of Israelite United in Christ, IUIC. Check him out. Check out my brother Rob of Truth and Unedited. Please check out his channel. Please check out my brother's channel, Brother Mark the Messenger. Please check out my brother New Breed's channel. My brother Dale K. Brereton's channel. Please check out Black to Africa. Please check out that channel. Please check out Dr. Ron Dalton Jr., From Hebrew to Negro. Check out that a documentary and get the book. Check out my brother Yerushalayim, who is now in Brooklyn St. Michael. Check out Rashad Jamal. Please check out Rashad Jamal. Oh my goodness. Check him out. Check out Pastor Stephen Darby Ministries. Check out when the pastor is teaching. His wife is pretty good, but check out the pastor. He's anointed, but he's rested in heaven now. Yeshua took him home December of 2017. Check out my brother Dr. Alan Horvath, who teaches you how to read the Hebrew Odiot and teaches you how to read Hebrew. The Bible was written in Hebrew, and we read from right to left originally. Did you not know that? Well, if you didn't, FYI, a little known black history fact. Okay? Little known Hebrew fact. Okay? So, check out all of those. If you know anyone else who has answered the call, check them out. Don't just take my word for it. Check these brothers out, please. They have some powerful messages for you. And thank you for tuning in. Remember to like, share, comment, hit subscribe, and hit the notification bell. It'll notify you when I post another video. Until then, have a wonderful night. Yahshua, I love you, but Yahshua loves you so much more. Peace and blessings to you.